Well, hey there, patrons. Welcome back to another bonus video. We're on the Ballad Tony here. Yeah, I am Jeff. Oh,
I'm Anna.
shit. We're back in the middle of this race where the cops are all over us. Yep. I don't know how, but they found us. Run for it, Maury. So, yep. God damn it. Brucey, quit getting your shit all over here. Knocking off the sides of whoa. Okay, well,
awkward.
Yeah, what are we even doing? I was not paying enough attention last time.
We're showing everyone how cool we are.
Oh, okay. Then why are the cops chasing us?
Because we're too cool for school.
Oh,
and
that's
they're trying
what
to put
it
us
is.
back in school.
Speaking of too cool for school, have you watched American Vandal season 2 yet?
No, God, I really want to watch it, but like you release stuff in October and it's not going to be horror. The odds.
Whoa!
We might not be building enough speed for this.
What about? All right. Whoa, shit!
No.
Oh God! That was not all right. Well, okay, all right.
Jesus.
Here we go. Whee!
I wasn't emotionally ready for where we were going.
Whoa! Shit!
No.
Whoa! Were we delivering these cars?
Counts. That counts.
It counts. It's into the lines.
Fucking intense.
These guys are having a lot of fun.
Oh, did you see little Lou here, though? He started shitting his panties when the cops showed up. Hey, check it out, Brucey. You know, I think Lou here might be even slightly bigger pussy than you.
We're done, right?
It's like, yeah.
Square? You got your cars now, so now I don't have to sit here and listen to your tiny man bullshit.
Sure, Lou. Sure. You could go. If you're as dumb as you look. Ooh.
Shoot him in the face.
Look at me. Watch my lips move.
Don't watch his lips
Just don't
move.
look.
I'm so glad people don't do that shit anymore. That used to be a thing that people did all the time.
Read my lips.
Following me all around, learning to become a business mastermind. No more clubs. No more Tony Queen. You, my friend.
These guys suck ass.
Dude, Tony so far is like the only likable character as far as people like you work with.
Yeah.
Awful, bro. Hey, maybe someone can teach you the most basic human behavior.
Yeah.
Lucy, please do this guy a favor.
Brucey. Me?
Hey, you're the guy in the family with some manners.
Whoa. You think that I could learn something from little B here? The Marshmallow Man. More.
Brucey's like, oh my God, he likes me. Somebody believes in me.
Man is nothing but beyond pathetic. That's it, boy. Cut it out. Yeah. Are you kidding?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you distract and overcome.
What are you doing? Oh, you know the rules. I'm sorry, Maury. I forgot, man. Never in the face. Oh, come on.
Luis is just like, these guys are the worst.
Okay. Just don't tell Mom, okay? Okay?
Good God.
Okay. Just, you're gonna take me home. Yeah, shit. Come on, let's go. Okay, come on.
Jesus.
Okay.
Hey, I'll see you ladies later, okay?
Yeah, I'll see you at the club or something. Okay.
He's like, we're friends now. Can you guys all take off your Bluetooth fucking ear sets? Because it's all,
Nope. All right. So, yeah.
Okay, well, while we're going to the next mission, we
top
can start
speed,
on questions.
157 miles per hour.
That's 140 miles per hour.
100,
now it's
no.
157.
The 140 was the...
Previous?
No, that was the, like, to get that check mark. And we went 157. Getting that cab.
Persian King 44 says, I admit to fully support the Poe and Finn thing. We talked about Poe and Finn relationship.
Yeah.
Mostly because I felt that they had the most...
God.
Sorry like a motherfucker.
I think he ran over Gangnam Style out there.
I felt that they had the most chemistry together, certainly more so than Finn and Rey. So, first of all, why not just have friends and not have to have some kind of sexual chemistry between two characters?
Yep.
Anywho, in your opinion, what's the most overrated and or overhyped Disney film, live action or animated? I think Frozen is perfectly okay film at best. The music was a little too contemporary for my taste for the most part. And while I did like some of plot elements, such as the little twist they did on quote-unquote true love, most of the plot felt kind of uninspired. I also found myself wanting more of Olaf and Oaken as they were genuinely funny and kind of more interesting characters than the mains. Is there any Disney film that you felt was overrated or overhyped? Frozen's a great example.
Frozen is a pretty good example. I think that Tangled is also a bit overrated. I liked it well enough, but I didn't ever want to watch it like a second time.
I thought it was okay. The music was kind of cute, but it was a little too like proud of itself.
Yeah.
Ay, Dios mío, mami, pero ¿qué es esto? You always taking care of the
Well, let me think about it.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing,
Hey.
but you gotta let him into the house?
Hey, oh, come on.
Baby, just like you.
Apparently your boys and your real son got some work to do. So ladies, we gotta roll.
No, but I like your mother's cooking. Like this big plate of weird green. Oh, wait, it's like rice and beans and.
Oh man, now I'm hungry.
I'm gonna go for some beans and rice.
It's okay. Take care. I gotta go.
Take care. You take care, son. Dealing drugs, people getting killed, nightclubs. You take care.
Maybe if you
Okay.
Oh, we go somewhere. It's not too late, my baby.
You got it all wrong. I mean, it's not like that anymore. You know, I know good people, I know bad people, you know, but I know the difference. I mean, I know I made mistakes, but things are better now. I mean, how many times we gotta go over this?
If things are better now, then why are you always like this?
Hey, but you take the money, right? You take the fucking money every time.
Get out of my house.
Yeesh.
What choice do I have? I lost my job.
Yeah, well, call one of your other kids, the one you ain't ashamed of.
Ooh.
Damn.
I mean, he makes good points.
It's like, well, I did take the money.
She's like, but I use it to buy food for your bullshit friends.
Yes, yeah. You know what? I don't know. It's probably,
Moana, fuck that movie.
Oh, I love Moana.
I'm just kidding. I just know you like it.
I
That's why
really,
I'm just
I really do.
You know what? I
Um,
don't like Mary Poppins.
Original Mary Poppins?
Original Mary Pop. I don't. Is the new one out?
No,
The
not
remake?
yet. Yeah.
I don't like Original Mary Poppins, and I don't like Sound of Music.
Is that Disney?
I don't know, but everyone loves those movies, and I don't fucking like them.
You know, okay, so there's some. It's like some of this is going to come off real strange. All right, so please bear with me. But like,
Shock, Jeff saying a strange thing.
well, here's the thing. Like, I watched Coco. Coco was fine.
Yeah.
I had no problem with Coco. I feel like there were a lot of people who were very, very excited about Coco. And I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
But like it to me, you know, what's the kind of shitty thing that I was saying to Matt the other day, or maybe it was to you, about like, oh yeah, no, they're totally gonna let the kid die in the underworld, and then the other guy's gonna fade away because everybody forgot him. That's probably and the bad guy's gonna win. That's probably what's gonna happen at the end of this fucking Disney movie, right? Like it wasn't exactly like I was on the edge of my seat, like, oh no, like I genuinely wasn't sure where Moana was going, like with the weird Maui stuff, and like, you know, there's a part where she just like wants to quit, and her grandma's like, "It's fine, you can quit." And I was like, "Where you going with this movie?" Like, but
I
like,
feel like Moana had. And despite how I feel about The Rock's performance, I felt like Moana had
oh Jesus,
a more organic flow of character choices, whereas a lot of these other ones were very like plot, like I don't know, just like much more like blatant or obvious. Like they're not doing this because they wrote a character that's fleshed out enough to make these choices.
Yeah.
They're doing this because that's where the story's going.
I guess also the other thing when I was watching Coco was I was like, oh, his thing is literally like, but I want to do the music that I feel inside of me. And it was like, oh, geez, Disney, you really really stretching your legs there, going to a character who wants to do something and they're being stopped from doing it, and that thing is music in a Disney. Okay, all right.
No, all right, Mom, it's not my job. I really liked. I like them both, but I like Book of Life better.
I thought Frozen was okay, was good. I think that Frozen is a thing where it got, again, people got so up in it, right?
Yeah.
Where people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. And I understand, oh shit, we're being attacked? Oh, okay. I understand people getting, say, like irritated.
I think you gotta
take them out.
There you go. I was like, where's
my guns at?
Uh-oh.
No, that's my phone. Hold on. Where do I keep my guns again, guys? Oh, wait, there they are.
You popped one out.
How do I switch between them, though? I really wanted something that wasn't the AK. because this was a good day. But
Yeah.
how the fuck do I?
How your friends are gonna be dying.
How do I Where's the wheel? Where's the goddamn weapon wheel?
Yeah,
Amanda, where's the fuck is the weapon wheel?
I don't know. Maybe you can only use what it.
Controls.
There it is.
Controller options. Configuration. No, let's just do standard controller configuration. Target lock. So, okay, mobile phone, skip pumps. Okay, switch targets, look behind, free aim, on foot, enter weapon.
Next weapon is the right on the D-pad, right?
I don't know. We'll just give it a try.
I think it's only letting you use. That's why it's like required.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, whatever. Yeah. I liked Frozen. Okay. I feel like people got real sick of Let It Go, but I thought there were some other good songs in there.
I really like Love Is an Open Door.
I really like the one with the trolls sing.
I don't even remember it.
Where I forget exactly what it was, but I remember listening to that one a lot.
That bale of cocaine is really preventing you from going up the stairs.
Yep, bales of cocaine. Wait, is that guy on my side? What's going on here? Can I get in the cover here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's funny because I actually feel that there are more probably underrated Disney movies than overrated.
I really like Princess and the Frog. I love that the music is all jazz.
Yeah.
I love that it feels like it's a part of its fucking time and it doesn't do the thing that it could have easily done where it makes the other female character like a shitty rich white girl,
right?
And instead just made her a good friend that happened to live in a different circumstance,
right?
I like that the bad guy is just a blatant bad guy and not necessarily
he's got a good song
betrayer.
too.
He has an amazing song.
Yeah. Friends on the Other Side, I feel like that's my favorite
all the voice acting is phenomenal in it. I think the story's great. I understand the idea of being well, how could you have a black character and then make him a frog half the time? But it's a Princess of the fucking Frog, and I don't care because it was amazing.
Right.
I love it. Also,
I always thought
a princess who has 2 jobs just to fucking pay her dues and get have her dream, but decided to work for it instead of expecting some fucking male character to come around and make it happen for her.
Yeah.
If that's not the most fucking wonderful thing you've ever heard in your entire life, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
I always thought that Meet the Robinsons was a very underrated Disney movie.
Man, I always forget about Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, because it's kind of got this. It's got this really good. It's got this kind of really good message to it about just keep working at it, keep moving forward, do that thing that you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Keep it up, you can do it. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Oh,
whoa!
wow,
Shit!
that was
Okay.
weird.
Well,
it was first person for a second.
I don't want to save the clip of when I got shot. Video game. I'm trying to think of if there are I'm trying to just think back through. See, because I also think that Emperor's New Groove is criminally underrated. That
shockingly good.
Yeah, that is just such a great one, and that oh fuck, all right, well, that it just doesn't get the recognition that it deserves.
I think things like Atlantis, The Lost Empire, The Black Cauldron, and Treasure Planet were all.
Man, I used to love Treasure Planet, but then I watched it in HD and the backgrounds.
Is it the digital with the flat animation together really fucks with it?
Yeah, it just doesn't gel very well.
It's so good. Robin Hood with the fox.
Yeah,
the music in that is on my Spotify playlist because it's a fucking masterpiece, and I hate everybody that hasn't watched it because it's beautiful.
Yeah. Hercules is good too.
John's
but
never watched Hercules.
But I think that Hercules is also one that I feel is maybe a little bit overrated, or that because I think that Hercules has problems, and I feel like a lot of times people just kind of gloss over it because it's better than it was. It was kind of critically panned, right? And I think it's better than that, but not as, but maybe not as good as some people's nostalgia. Indicates. Motherfucker.
You know what movie I really liked?
Which one? Escape from Witch Mountain.
Return to Neverland.
Okay.
So It's Peter Pan. It's another animated one. It actually came out in like 2002.
Okay.
I remember because my brother
Is
and
that
I.
a CGI Tinkerbell movie?
No, this is an animation, just like the old Peter Pan cartoon from Disney.
This is back when they were doing all the like sequels, right? Where it was
Yeah.
like Beauty and the Beast 2 and the Return of Jafar and Lady and the Tramp 2 and all that stuff.
Yeah, so those were like late 90s. This was early 2000s. So this was like the tail end of it.
Okay.
And so everyone was kind of over it and like whatever. But the daughter of Wendy, I'm trying to find her name, Jane. So this is during like the wars going on in England and like the city's all torn up. And Wendy is a mother of like 2 kids.
Yeah.
And her daughter Jane, so Wendy was like living in a time when it was really prosperous, and she was trying to maintain her youth no matter how old she was getting. So she was still living in imagination, like storytelling times, and she would, and so when Peter Pan was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you to Neverland. Let's, let's be kids forever," she was like, "Shit, yeah." Jane is living in a war-torn city where she has to be an adult. And so when Wendy's like, you should be a kid and do kid things, she's like, that's fucking dumb. Like, we have real problems to worry about.
Right.
And
Fuck, how am I going to get the car out of here?
I think it's something like Hook, Captain Hook tries to kidnap Wendy, but he ends up taking her and takes her to Neverland.
Yeah.
And then there's like a whole thing of Peter being like, you're Wendy's daughter, so you must be a fun kid. And she's like, no, you should be an adult. And so it's just it's a nice change from what Peter Pan is.
Okay.
And it was vastly underappreciated. But I remember me and my brother went to go see it because we have a weird love of Peter Pan. And we were like the oldest people there. And this is 2002, so like it's been quite a while.
Oh.
We were probably teenagers, maybe early 20s.
Yeah.
It was just funny to be like the tallest people in the building.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like Disney movies, all right. Are we going here? Okay. What? All right, so we did a drug deal. Huzzah!
Yay, drugs.
My shooting was more important than my man management skills on this business trip.
Yeah.
For real, we gonna get paid, bro. Give us a call, okay? Yeah, dude. Let's hang.
I also, you know what?
What?
I think that people get a little bit nuts about fucking Avatar. I think that like I like Avatar and I think it's fine, but I think that people get like really wound up about Avatar, like to a point that I don't entirely understand.
Like mad about it?
Just
Or like
loving
love
it. Like just oh my god.
The
and like
Blue Alien one or the Last Airbender one?
the Airbender. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was really good animation. I remember watching it when it came out, and I was like, shit, yes, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of cartoons where I was like, shit, yes, this is awesome. It's really weird to me how everything becomes like almost like a religious thing where it's like you cannot question.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You're just going to stand in front of that taxi.
I'm going to take it once I'm done here.
I don't know where you heard that.
Just come to my house. We will talk.
He's going to hit you.
So like I think that a lot of people I sometimes I feel like there's things that I feel like people should fucking tell you about things. And one of those things that I feel about Avatar is that like the first season of Avatar is like kiddie as fuck. Like it's a very kind of precious, like bunch of kids having an adventure type of thing.
Sometimes that kind of works to its advantage because then you feel the growth of those characters.
That's true, except that like I'm not a big fan of that style.
Yeah.
And so when people talk about some of the later episodes in very kind of glowing terms, they kind of forget to tell you that, like, you know, a lot of times when people talk to you about a show, they will warn you that, like, you know, you're going to need to plow through a certain amount of
I hate
something to get to something
you have no
else.
idea how much I hate when people are like, "Oh, you didn't like that show? How far did you get in?" And I'm like, first season." They're like, "You got to get 3 seasons in before it really gets good." And it's like, go fuck yourself. You know what I'm not going to do? Watch 3 years worth of content before I can get into it. No.
Yeah.
If it's not good after 3 seasons, it should have never lasted longer than that. Like, I'm sorry.
And I want to say that, like, I understand, and I think it's a good show, but that I feel like the people that like it so goddamn much that
There's
again,
no room for discussion. There's no room for everything. Anything even slightly against it is blasphemous.
Yeah. Which again, I liked it. There was a weekend when I was really there was a thing when I was, kind of trying to work myself to death, and there was one weekend, I think it either might have been early on in Rage Select or late into Spill, where I somehow had found myself with a little bit of the devil's lettuce in my house, and I dragged the TV that we record Rage Select into my bedroom, put on Avatar, got fucking blitzed, and like ate pizza and watched Airbender and watched that shit for like 48 hours. And it was glorious. It was great.
Ha! That's the best way to watch it.
Yeah.
I saw that nice man, Mr. Santo, again.
Santa?
I mean, he's a loan shark. You didn't borrow no money, did you?
No, he helped me with my shopping. He is a real gentleman. You could learn so much from him.
Stay away from him, mommy. Listen to me on this.
Poor Luis. He's beset upon all sides.
He keeps handing her money, and she's like, loan shark, though.
Right.
You know what's a show? This kind of reminds me of the N64 conversation we've had, where you're like, you didn't get into it in your youth, so you don't have that nostalgia, and therefore and you can't go backwards in time and be like, this is okay because, whatever.
Yep.
I didn't get into Buffy right when it came out. Like, I watched the movie and I love the movie, but I never got into Buffy, the television series, when it was on until like right at the end of the show. Like right at the end of the show run when it got like moved to Fox or wherever. Or moved to the CW from Fox. I forget how it worked, but
where's the road?
I don't really. I believe so.
Highway. Hey, Cappy! Oh, taxi!
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 Slow down!
Oh, taxi!
Nope.
There you go.
That guy's like, I'll take your money. I don't like Buffy. I don't think it's particularly good. And I tried watching it now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, I'm sorry, it's 90s as fuck. And like in the worst possible ways. It's like everything's shitty, everyone's shitty, I can't stand it.
Same.
And people are just like, but it's like the best show. There weren't shows that started strong, empowered women before this. And it's just like, go fuck yourself. Just because you like the show doesn't mean that no other show existed before then. Mr. Bulgarian? No.
Wait. Oh, all right.
You're like all secretive and shit.
I have a similar problem with Babylon 5. The special effects in Babylon 5 look like just garbage.
John loved Babylon.
Garbage.
John loves Babylon 5, so I watched it with him, and there's certain things that I have to pretend like I just don't even think about.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a show that it's like you have to get through the first season in order to enjoy
Even
it.
Farscape hasn't aged all that well.
No, there's a lot of...
The first season is kind of cheesy.
I kind of like some of the first season, and you start losing some of your characters, and it's just like, no, but come back.
Yeah.
But I love it.
We're being rude. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, you guys are super rude.
These guitars are all collector's items. Celebrity rock memorabilia.
Oh, yeah? Whose are they? Is that Dave Mustaine's Flying V?
That is piece of shit. I bought it for my sister.
Hey, you bring me to this fucking country and you keep me in an ugly cage. No one on TV lives in fucking Duke. Then you come and move all my stuff into hallway and fill place with fucking guitars.
Shut up, bitch. Take your pills. A friend of mine is here.
Ha! You don't have any friends. You don't even have a business here. You are nothing in this
My sister. She's still getting adjusted. We all are.
Okay.
I feel like she should have cussed him out in Bulgarian.
Yes! Yes!
He's Russian.
Just Russian. I don't know. Wasn't his name Mr. Bulgarian?
It's Mr. Bulgarin.
It looked like Bulgarian.
There is a particular unit has a hard-on for me. And why? Because Markiashvili won Selma the Rampage. You'll get rid of them. I will own this fucking team.
Hey, the problem ain't just
Shouldn't it buy a
gonna be
hockey
you.
team?
We kill some crooked cops.
Leave that strategizing to me. If the money tells you to cut your fucking legs off, you'll do it. Because the money is better than a fucking leg.
Disagree. Agree to disagree.
Depends on the amount of money.
That's the American way.
Agree to disagree.
Thank you. I like you. I make you rich. I make you man. Maybe I'll make you a man with one leg, but I'll make you a rich man with one leg. There is this team tracing a coal mine. Take out the whole team.
Chasing a cow mine?
Okay, man, if that's what the money wants.
You're a bright guy, Luis. I still like you. You made a good choice coming here. Eggman.
Jesus.
No good. Go. Roll the bitch. Chang, 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 chang.
What?
Okay, next question.
Right on then, I guess.
John Ace of Cards asked fighting game question. Do fighting games count as sports?
Yeah.
It's like sports games. So does like Mortal Kombat count as sports game or?
Well, it's a competitive game. Like, I would say, yeah, I would kind of say, like, okay, the only way that it wouldn't count as a sports game is if your definition of sports is like a video game version of a thing that is
an
actual sport in real life, right? Is that we don't actually have, much to my eternal dismay, the actual Mortal Kombat.
Bloodsport.
Right. Outworld has not invaded yet, so we haven't had to choose Earthrealm champions to defend against Shang Tsung and his Outworld hordes.
Our champions would be like dead in a minute.
I don't know.
Although
man.
I would 100% choose Johnny Cage. That boy is adorable. He is a dime piece.
But yeah, I as far as like, I mean, you know, Evo is a thing, right? They have championships. They have semifinals and quarterlies, and you know, you gotta like get your way into that championship.
I mean, most fighting games are tournaments, right? So it kind of makes sense. It's a sport.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of consider, like, if you want to abstract it, right? Like, a sport is a thing where it's like the rules are kind of the same for everybody, and then like, you know, your skill is going to win out over somebody else's skill, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like fighting games totally work for that. So, yeah, I mean, I would say so. I'd be interested to hear what the argument against is, right?
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't you think that fighting games, of all things, were a sport? Because it seemed like that to me. So.
Yeah, agreed. Whoa, what's happening?
I missed my turn off. So I gotta go the wrong
Mad
way.
Miss Moxie asked, "Hey, my dudes, hope you're awesome." So my question this week is super difficult and hard. Do you like musicals? I am seeing Mean Girls the musical tonight, and I'm super excited. Super glad you're back. Hope your week is awesome.
Were we somewhere? Did we go somewhere?
I think we had a week off because.
For Super Seducer?
Yeah, I think so.
And now we're back to Gay Tony. Yeah, man, I love fucking musicals.
Yeah, me too.
In fact, it's weird to me. It's always okay. It's always been a very odd thing to me because I feel like it's interesting that we're playing the Ballad of Gay Tony to talk about this. But there is now this like weird like, oh, a guy that likes musicals. That's like a signifier that you're gay or something. And like I was raised on musicals. Like from when I was born. First off, when I was a kid, they used to plop us down in front of, you know, Sound of Music and My Fair Lady and stuff like that. And it wasn't like anybody. It wasn't like there was anybody in my life to explain to me because, you know, my dad comes from a time when you watched Guys and Dolls and fucking Mary Poppins and all that shit, right? Like these are just movies that you watch because they were good movies. It wasn't like anybody plopped me down in front of that. They were like, okay, well, here's this movie, but if you watch it, means that you like to kiss boys on the mouth.
Right
and
in
I'm
the
like,
mouth.
Like what? Because I think musicals are great. Like I think that elevating the kind of the emotion through music can be super, super fun. I love Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. Wait, What? Do I have a sticky bombs? Okay. Nope, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Put it on the front of the car? My car? This car? Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, the cops are tracking the car. So when they come in to see the car, then we're gonna blow it up, and then they'll get blowed up. But
What's
yeah,
your favorite musical? Is it Dr. Horrible Sing Along Blog or?
I think again, I know that this is kind of a weird cliche thing, but I think that Dr. Horrible Sing Along Blog is like a better superhero movie than like 90% of okay. 70% of the superhero movies that exist in this world. Because it's got like a very clear through line for the character, and like they get to the end of that movie and it fucking like chokes me up, man. You know, when he's like sacrificed the one thing that he wanted in the world to get the other thing that he wanted in the world. And like, yeah, that's some tragic shit. Like that's some fucking Shakespeare tragedy, right? So like I that shit is affecting to me. I really liked Moana. I'm a big fan of when movie musicals have songs that are easy to remember, that are catchy.
Yeah.
Like I don't like Sweeney Todd because I can't. My brain won't like hold any of the songs from Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Because they're too complicated. But like, yeah. You know, you hear fucking The Rock sing "You're Welcome," and you're just like, that shit's gonna be running through your head all day. You're just like, "You're welcome." Like, it's a good song. I've listened to every song on there. Fucking Hamilton, like I'm obsessed with Hamilton. I love Hamilton. Hamilton doesn't even have any like of the non-musical parts, right? It is just just a musical. So
pure musical.
Yeah, in fact, I was really mad because I was on I do this show with the Scam School guys where it's like the producer show, basically. It's called The Bizarre Briefing. And one of the other guys, before we started, made a reference to that, and I didn't catch it. It was, if you don't know, now you know, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's from the Cabinet Battle 1. And he said it, and I was just like, why the fuck is that so familiar? It's got to be from a song that I listened to, but like, what could it be? And then my brain at the time didn't remember that, like, yeah, because I only listened to like one thing. So I had to get drunk and listen to the Hamilton soundtrack. But yeah, I love musicals. Like, I think that they're great. I thought that making South Park a musical was amazing.
Yeah.
And again, catchy songs,
they know
right?
how to do. I mean, they did the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, which I've never seen or
heard. Oh my
heard.
God, I've never seen it, but I've listened to the music for it, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Drunk Jeff would love it.
Probably. I mean, I think that Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like, America, fuck yeah, from America Team America World Police is a great song.
I sing that song quite often. Some coworkers get very annoyed. America.
Fuck yeah.
Coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it is a...
Terrorist, your days are through, because now you gotta answer to America. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
It ends with the best ending ever, just America. Fuck.
Oh, then there's the sad version. It's like, America. Fuck yeah.
So good.
Like,
I love that fucking...
yeah, like I all the songs on South Park, I mean, like, South Park is an amazingly good, like, they, even in Basketball, there was that part where they had that, like, pop song on
that hits too close on the nose.
It's just
with
like
him.
talking all about his life.
And that rash on your dick is actually herpes. Go to the doctor.
Yeah. Like, I love musicals, and I love music. Like, the main thing that's weird for me is that I just don't like pop music very much. Like,
and yet you listen to Nicki Minaj.
You've
listened to I feel like you've listened to Pink before, or no, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
You listen to Katy Perry.
But see, for me,
that's like the poppiest of pop.
Right. But that's because there's.
Drunk Jeff likes all music.
Drunk Jeff does like a lot of music.
Yeah.
But I don't like Cardi B, right? Or like, you know, the new.
I like that song she did with Bruno Mars, Finesse, I think.
Like I've tried listening to a lot of Rihanna, and I only like 3 Rihanna songs, and I realize that like I only like 3 Rihanna songs. Like,
I mean, that's kind of the thing with pop singers, though. You don't have to like all of their music. You just like.
I guess it's kind of weird for me because back in the 90s, it was like, you know, I would
Everything.
find somebody and then I'd listen to their. Oh, Jesus. All right, well.
He Mega Man power slide.
Lose the corrupt noose, guys. Fuck, dude. Well. Can I? Oh, Jesus. They're. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Shoot! I love the power slide everywhere.
But yeah,
do you like classic, like 50s, like
Sure.
golden age musicals?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the I like so many different. Hey guys, can you guys get in the fucking news van? Can you get in the fucking van? You get in the motherfucking
No, that guy's
van.
got a power slide.
It is.
Sorry.
It is bulletproof. Will you please get in the motherfucking van,
Van?
please? Please, please, please. I cannot see the back of it. Are you getting in the van? Yes, thank you very much. Because okay, all right. Let's just Jack Bauer our way out of here and get going. No, but I love musicals. Like they're fun.
That car meant it.
Oh,
I am.
this guy is okay.
He fucking means it.
All right.
I'm a sucker for musicals.
Disney musicals. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like
what
Disney
we were
musicals
just talking
is
about.
like pretty fucking amazing.
Yep.
Um,
In fact, the reason I love Hamilton so much is because of Moana. Is because I wasn't like all up about Moana, and then it like came on. I think I downloaded it or it came on Netflix or something like
came
that
on
happened.
Netflix, if I recall.
And then I was just like, I watched it and I was like, fuck, I love all these songs. I love this story. I like the way that it does a thing, blah, 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 blah. And then after listening to those songs obsessively, I was like, you know, everybody's always talking about this, Burt Reynolds.
Not even Burt Reynolds, but Norm Macdonald doing Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald's Burt Reynolds.
My name's Turd Ferguson. I changed my name to Turd Ferguson. It's funny. I'm wearing this big hat. It's funny.
Lin-Manuel Miranda musical thing. I should check it out. And then I started listening to it, and I was like, oh, fuck, I love this. So, because, you know, when Jeff is drunk, that means Jeff's not as uptight, so I'll dance around and sing to fucking... Plus...
You know, there's a new zombie movie coming out. That's a Christmas zombie movie. That's a musical.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. It's like Anna and the Apocalypse or something like that. But it's like a Christmas
Can I
movie.
turn this fucking...
Nope.
Can I turn it off?
Nope.
There we go.
They'll never find us.
We got a lot of action. I think that's the most action we've had in a mission so far.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've run around.
Oh, fuck. Oops. One of my...
Why'd you get out?
Because one of the fucking... oh, there's how I switch between weapons. One of the tires is busted on that car. Oh, God damn it! Right, get in the car!
They can't get over the...
Get in the fucking car, you guys! You guys!
They literally can't get over the thing. You have
Get
to
in
go
the
over
car!
it.
Oh, Jesus Lord! We were away. We had lost them all. Get in the car. Get
One
in
of
the car.
your guys
You
might
get in
be
the
dead.
car.
One of your
You
guys
get in
might
the-
be dead.
I think he's invincible. He's shooting the ground. Shoot the cop. Shoot him. You get in the car. Just get in the car. Get in the go. No. You do not. All right, here we go.
The guy shot him.
Oh boy.
Musicals for me. Calamity Jane. As far as like classics, I love me Calamity Jane. I can't express how much I love it.
Yep.
Basically any musical with Marilyn Monroe. I know that's a very cliched thing, but like, I love.
Little double M's.
She's so endearing. Like her characters are always so genuinely enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like get over the whole like Marilyn Monroe everything like iconic bullshit. She plays very endearing characters. I Love Melvin with Debbie Reynolds is fantastic. Singing in the Rain is great for any movie buff because it's essentially the history of film going between silent films to musicals, and it's fantastic. It's a great little poke fun at itself kind of movie, and I love it. I really like Repo Genetic Opera, and I understand that some people don't.
Boo.
Rocky
Horror for life.
Rocky Horror is great. You don't have to pick between them. I don't know why this became a thing, but you could also like two things that are slightly similar. You just have to endure Paris Hilton. I'm sorry that she's in it. I could control that sort of thing.
My main problem with Repo was the kind of Sweeney Todd, like the songs were a little bit complicated. So it wasn't. I mean, like you hear "Sweet Transvestite" one time, and
Yeah,
you will
yeah,
be humming it fucking 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no, there's some really, really funny, funny in a bad way parts of that movie where they're like talk singing.
Oh yeah.
And it just comes off really, really poorly. Where it's like, I knew your mother. My mother? Yes, your mother. And it's like part of a song, and it's just awkward. But in general, it's just.
Little Shop of Horse. Love it so
oh
much.
man, I've been obsessively listening to Little Shop of Horse. Fucking Phantom of the Paradise. If you were here last year, you know that I watch Phantom of the Paradise like every day in the month of October because Phantom of the Paradise is a fucking-tastic musical, and Paul Williams is a musical god, and I feel like y'all are sitting on that shit, and you guys need to go listen to some fucking Paul Williams music, for God's sakes. And on that note, the fucking Muppet movie, any fucking Muppet movie from beginning of Muppets till now, where what's his name, Brett from Flight of the Conchords won an Academy Award for one of the Muppet movies because he did the music for both of them, the latest ones, like Muppet Most Wanted and the Muppets.
Just pick up a brick. Don't pick up a brick. Buy a hot dog, bro.
I'd like a brick, please.
Guy, can I get a hot dog? How do I go up to him? It said press left bumper to buy a hot dog. Can I buy a hot dog?
I think you bumped the thing and it threw him off.
Fucking don't make me throw this at you, bro. Give me a hot dog.
You want
All right, there we go.
little dog. But yeah, it's I also feel like I remember a long time ago, not to throw Chris under the bus, but when Muppets Most Wanted came out, Chris was like, I hadn't seen the movie yet, and he was just like, well, the music in it is not as memorable as the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I
like the Muppet movie.
No, of the new ones. There's the Muppets, and then there's Muppets Most Wanted, both done by Brett McKenzie, I think his last name.
I actually have not seen either one of those.
And Chris had the argument that, and he could deny it now. I mean, it wasn't recorded, so he could say whatever, but I distinctly remember it.
You think that people are gonna listen to this Patreon video and they'll be like, "Chris Cox, you"?
No, I just have experience with plenty of people where they go, you said this and that's not true, and I have no proof, but I like some things just stick with me, and that one stuck with me, that he said that the second movie didn't have memorable songs.
Yeah.
And I remember because Brian Salisbury then sang one of the songs and he was just like,
"Man, you don't have front in front of Brian Salisbury if he knows a thing."
But he still argued that not as memorable as the first of those two movies, and I disagree, and I think the second movie has better songs, and I love both those movies. I love all the movies, but
Okay, bro. I'll put some hours in real soon.
But yeah, all the Muppet movies are music masterpieces.
I mean, because it's been brought up, like I am obsessed with the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, you are. There was a point where I forgot what channel did it, but they did that new live one. And then you watched it. And then you watched the original, and then you like side by sided them.
I actually did that a little while back when I got really drunk. That's what I do.
I came over to record, and it was like Charlie Day trying to explain a conspiracy theory. You're over here like, but if you look at this one, right when this is happening, this is going on, and I'm just sitting there like, are we gonna like record a video game?
Yeah, it's because the thing is that the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I believe, came out in like, was it like 76 or something like that?
I feel like that's right.
Like it was somewhere between 76 and 78, right? I don't think it was. Oh shit! Hey Tony, it's been a while.
1975.
75, right? So I feel that like a lot of it's okay. This is a weird angle, and it's a thing. Again, it's a weird thing that I don't talk that much about, but like I feel like a lot of times, and Amanda and I talk about this sometimes. But we're not going to get too deep into it, or I don't know. Maybe we will.
Yeah,
is that
you're not the fucking boss of me, Jeff?
Is that people are like, oh well, there was no. Like, no one was woke before, like, 2017, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, have you seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show? 1975, and, like, Tim Curry in fucking high heels and a bustier, having sex with men, having sex with women.
So
Like,
people that say there's no one that's like woke, did they not know about like David Bowie?
I don't know. I don't know.
I always
Like,
love this, like, people didn't think this way, and it's like, oh, my sweet, sweet child.
because here's the thing is that like when you look at just the audience, like you know when they're doing the time warp, right? And they've got all the weirdos are there with them, and there's a fat lady and a really tall guy and a guy with a turban on, and like it's kind of 50-50, like ladies and dudes, and there's people of color there, and it's like then you go to the new one and they're all just like these super pretty dancers,
Yeah.
and it's like that's why the old one resonated so much, because like even though when I first saw Rocky Horror, right, I'm straight and I wear men's clothes, but it was like, holy shit, is this like, here's the weirdos, here's my people, here's the outcasts and the crazy people, the people that are into horror movies and musicals and, you know,
Yeah, like being weird, being uncomfortable, and you have characters like fucking Brad and Janet who are like
just,
square, uptight, and like everything was whatever to them, and you were just blatantly the weirdos in front of them.
Right. So I went to go see that when I was in high school, like, in a midnight thing, because, when you're in high school, you can't drink, or we weren't cool enough to know people to buy us booze, and I was too much of a square to break the rules anyway. But yeah, I'm obsessed with that movie because it's such a good movie. Like, it doesn't even have to be what it is, but it's such a good movie. Like, just look at the way that Sweet Transvestite is filmed, and the way that Tim Curry, when he comes out of the elevator, walks like through the camera, so it's like you are being forced to get close to this, and then he walks up on that stage and fucking throws that cape off, and it's just like
throw a glass, a drink, and something.
he throws it into the camera. There's actually one very small frame of that when he says to Brad and Janet, "You look like you're both pretty groovy," and he's like walking towards them.
Makes a face towards the camera.
Yeah, and he makes a not really face, like at the camera, at the audience, like, and so there's this weird thing where like Frankenfurter is like, he's like inviting you into this world, and then like Brad and Janet are squares, but you're cool, right? Like,
cool.
So like there's just so many things in that movie, and then it's a weird science fiction movie. It's like it's a science fiction double feature. There's just iconic stuff, like the lips at the beginning, right? Where you just never see anything like that.
That song is amazing to me.
So like in the remake again, oh god, here we go. Like in the remake,
I bet when I leave here, Jeff's gonna watch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Probably. In the remake, in the very beginning, they just have this like very cute usherette, like with blonde hair and lipstick, like in front of like a theater that's playing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, singing it. And it's like, that's not as iconic as just you're sitting there in the dark.
How do you do a live thing with lips, though?
Well, but the thing is that I think the problem with that is that it was supposed to be live, but then they didn't do it live because they wanted to be able to cut back to the audience to like the break in the fourth wall.
I hated that shit where the audience did the thing that audiences do in the actual shows. So that bothered me.
Like
where they're like, we wanted to emulate that, and it's like, cool. So you just guaranteed that no one would ever play that,
right? Like
in a theater to watch with the friend. Like, that's not gonna happen.
For example, the anticipation line, like in the original, is there. It makes a point. It's a joke. It works. And in the remake, it's like, what's her face? Laverne Cox does it, and then she pauses way longer, and it's like they cut to a bunch of people leaning in, and then everybody in the audience yells, "Say it!" And then she says "patient." But like the relief in the anticipation joke is when Frankenfurter says "patient," not when the audience screams it, and then the character on screen says back. So I don't know. I love Rocky Horror Picture Show, and so it's one of those things where, like, oh, let's say that you wanted to do this with Grease and you fucked it all up. I don't give a fuck about. I mean, like, Grease is fine, but
yeah. Well, I watch high schoolers do Grease. I watch Rosie O'Donnell do Grease. You really can't fuck it up at this point.
Yeah, but like, I think Rocky Horror is a very
not that Rosie
very
O'Donnell did it bad, but
In fact, if you in the audience have never gone to a midnight Rocky Horror Shadowcast
I've never
show?
gone to a midnight Rocky Horror
man,
show.
I've
We
wanted
should
to go.
Do it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Any
dude.
any fucking Saturday night, every Saturday. Well, this Saturday, Brian Salisbury's birthday, but like, I love it.
Oh, is he having a thing? I wasn't invited.
Oh no, son of a bitch. Yeah, if you're a first timer, you got to go up on stage, put your hand on your crotch, and swear that you're a fucking pervert in front of everybody. But you should
What
do
if
it.
I've already done that in the court of law?
Still got to do it at Rocky Horror. But yeah,
I want to go.
it's great.
Don't tell anyone that I'm a virgin at that, so that I don't have
Hey,
to
if you
go.
want to lie to Tim Curry, that's your business.
I've already lied to him so many times. Oh man, I was just thinking of a Grease 2. I love.
Yeah. I've never seen Grease 2.
I like musicals that are bad musicals, and I think Grease 2 is hilariously bad. And my favorite, and I brought it up before, I always bring it up, is that Michelle Pfeiffer sings a song when the main character, so it's a guy who's like a square who's trying to get with the cool girl this time around.
Right.
And the guy is trying to ask Michelle Pfeiffer out because she's the coolest girl in the world, obviously. And Michelle Pfeiffer sings a song about the kind of guy she would date, which is not the kind of guy he is.
Right.
Song's called Cool Rider. She would date a cool rider. I don't know what that means. You figure it out. But so he tries to ask her out. She says no. She sings that song. She ends the song by like they're in a gymnasium. She sings out the door and continues on down like to the quad area, like away from him, and he stands at the door watching her go while she's still singing it.
Yeah.
But that song's a rejection. So he's just watching her continuously reject him through. It's just like, if you rewatch it, it's just funny to me. Then somebody else comes up and talks to him, and she's still singing in the background. So if you took it out of being a musical, she'd be like, nah, you're not my type. I don't want to date you. I'm not going to date you. Bye, I'm going to go over here. Bye, I'm not dating you. I'm never going to date you. Then somebody's like, hey, man, what's up? What are you up to? And she's like, I'm not going to date you.
Daria had a really good musical episode. I really
I
like
don't
that show.
remember Daria's musical episode.
Yep.
I have to watch it. I love Daria.
The problem that I have with Daria at this point is, jump and land on the building.
Which
what?
building?
Oh shit. Okay, go back to
did you
the
pass it?
jump point. I don't know.
That
is
circle?
that all of the musical licenses that they had ran out? And so it's like they don't have the actual
You're like, speaking of
90s songs anymore.
Yeah.
So wait, where am I going?
Oh, Jesus, that's a barf inducing.
All right, it says go. Where am I going? I'm like helicopter, or I'm.
Is that pink thing?
I guess.
Where you're landing? Have fun in there. I really love Hairspray.
Yeah.
I love Hairspray the musical so much.
It's like flames.
No, it's the same.
Flames on the side of my face. Where am I going?
I hate him so much. Flames, hot, heaving breaths. Hairspray is kind of similar to Rocky Horror because it's kind of for the freaks. Like it takes the idea of the idyllic 50s.
Okay.
It's this tall building right
This
here.
one?
I think. Yeah. Poof. Spider-Man up. Spider-Man up.
Motherfucker!
You missed the building, asshole.
I missed your face, fuck face.
But yeah, I think it has the same idea. Like it took the general idea, especially when the original Hairspray came out. The 50s was shown as this like ideal place where everyone's beautiful and everyone dances, and they don't talk about like segregation or anything like that. And so, of course, John Waters has to. And because he's who he is, like he's everyone's a kind of a freak and everyone's a little weird.
Which one? Oh, is it that one with the pink thing on the top?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it.
Then let me just start from way higher.
And so it's just, and the music for it is great. I a little bummed that they would have John Travolta in it.
Yeah.
I just
Not a big Travolta fan.
no. I just felt like they had a lot of people that like you could have picked better characters, actors for those, and you had like Christopher Walken as the dad, and it's like he's cute, it's sweet, it's fine, but it's just he could have like gone all out with the casting, and they went with just like celebrities for the sake of celebrities, like.
Kiss very casual walk.
Yeah. And here I am.
What's our time looking like, by the way?
I don't know. I didn't have a timer set.
Oh. Okay, we're still. I think we should. We'll finish this one up and then call it a night.
Yeah.
This shit
I think
die.
so we finished one mission.
Yep.
We did the friend mission.
Yep.
And we're doing this mission. That's a lot done.
Yeah.
There was no gay Tony in this one.
No, that's true. Let's see. Can I get my doop? Where's my fucking machine gun? Ho ho ho. What? Why don't I have a machine gun?
No, why do you have a shotgun?
Oh, I think I know. I think that when you die, if you haven't like purchased a gun, then it goes back to like what your default guns are.
Boo.
What's this? Okay.
Was that armor?
Oh, I think it was armor. Good, because my armor was all destroyed when I jumped off of that building. No, but that's not true, because I still have, like, the minigun. Oh, but... Okay. Did we have any more questions? Was that it?
No, that was it.
Okay. Do we have any in Super Seducer?
I looked just in case, and we do not.
There's another guy over there somewhere.
Where? Oh, he's right there. You can see his arm. Is that your face?
Oh.
I watched this movie called Patchwork.
Uh-oh, shit.
It's on Netflix. If anyone's interested, it's a horror comedy where 3 women are killed and sewn together, Bride of Frankenstein style.
Oh, yeah. I saw you posted about that online.
And their minds are still, like, connected to their bodies. So it's, like, 3 women.
Oh, shit. Do I...
Jump? Leap of faith.
Oh, no. Okay.
Small leap.
Oh, shit. Whoa, Jesus. Oh, God damn it. Very
Fell right
fragile
into
person.
Bullets are my only weakness.
Bullets, my one weakness.
And
oh, that's what that is. Never mind.
It's a weird movie.
Okay. Sounds like a weird movie.
It's weirder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I kind of like for me, I've been on a kick of just like finding a reason to love a movie, and you got to lean into the weird with this one.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Because if you're gonna sit there and be like, well, none of that makes sense. How does this work?
Right.
How does that work?
If you're the internet about it.
Yeah, like don't try to argue. There's a person. I was wrong. Just don't be the person that's trying to like science your way out of enjoying something. Just fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was okay. I thought it was kind of cute. I wouldn't watch it again, but if you're looking for like weird fucking horror movie to watch or horror-ish movie to watch, it's a good one. They just had moments where like a character would die and like look up and the main character is holding somebody in their arms and they're like, it wasn't worth it. And I just like that to me is hilarious. Like instead of having some meaningful statement, they're just like, fuck.
Oh man, I'm so close to death.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, and you don't regenerate, huh?
Nope. Not in GTA 4. I think you might in GTA 5, but
no vending machines sitting around here?
I don't think so. Can I like anybody? Nobody? Oh boy. Oh boy. There's a red dot. Oh fuck.
Take over.
Is there another guy back there?
Yeah, he's right there. Do you see him?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that in the game? That sounded like it was in your house. So weird.
Oh shit, I only got 7 bullets left. Oh, whoa.
Where's that coming from? Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's why it's nice to have a lock on.
Wow, that noise is distracting.
Yeah. Oh,
Must
all right.
have slipped.
Whoopsie. Oh,
Just-
no!
Oh,
son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I actually finished reading the latest Expanse book last week.
Nice.
Which kind of sucked because it was like a setup for what is obviously going to be the next kind of arc of the Expanse series. So it was like everything sucked the entire goddamn time. So, yeah, I'm going to start on a new. I think I'm going to read the new Neil Stevenson book, which is called like something about Dodo or something. I don't remember exactly what it is. He wrote it with somebody else, and then everybody was like, "Wow, what is there a girl in here? Well, I don't like it."
I don't like the females.
I tell you what is like, I know that I don't know anything about Comicsgate, but like I feel like a lot of people don't know about the what do they call them, like the sad puppies or whatever, the kind of sci-fi gatekeeping dudes what don't want anything but dude books being written, and I'm just like, God, I don't care.
Can we discuss the fact that this is all, like, I have a lack of empathy and I can't connect with any human that is not exactly me?
Is it?
Is it not kind of weird to be like a female-led character, like, leading the story? I can't relate to that. It's like, do you know empathy is a part, like an empathetic human would be able to relate to other people and their problems. If you're like, well, I mean, she has a vagina, so I don't know what the fuck she thinks. That's weird.
You can make an argument that if you're a straight white dude, not to get too political, but you can make an argument that says that if you're a straight white dude, you've never really had to stretch that muscle as much because there are so many guys, right? There are so many straight white dude main characters that like.
It's just weird to me that I love that power. It's like, goddamn. It's just
wait,
weird.
where am I?
Why the fuck did I get involved with these rubbish?
Gone. It's just like I get it that you haven't, like, those people haven't had to worry about it as much, so it's hard to deal with now.
Right.
But
I don't even think it's hard to deal with now. I mean, like,
my problem is, like, I don't feel like that means that other people need to stop. Like, I've never had to accommodate for you, and now that I do, you should accommodate for me. And it's like, but why? You still do have the majority.
Well, I
and it's not like every character is exclusively
what the fuck?
Where
is this?
fuck?
Oh, is he like here?
Yeah.
What the fudge? Oh, god damn it!
I thought there was a person there last time. Wow, you're gonna be fucked.
Well, I'm better now than I was. I just need to learn how to. Which button is it to pick up this gun? I need to pick this gun up. That's what I need to do. Y button? Wait, what is it?
Jesus, are you wiggling the camera, or is the camera just naturally wiggling?
Naturally wiggly. There we go. Okay. See, like that argument is very odd to me because it's like, oh, so you don't like the Alien franchise?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Ripley's the main character of the Alien franchise. If you can't have any kind of empathy for Ripley, then you probably, Ripley and Newt for that matter, right? Like, Aliens,
I have no empathy for Newt.
Well, there's always, you are a human, so.
Barely.
But I don't know. I mean, like, we're going to get a bunch of really weird questions next time. But
Dude, I love the weirder questions. This is like when people are just like, what's your favorite color? I don't know what to tell you, man. Shit's boring. That's boring.
Like, there have been. Gina Davis was a movie star, right?
Oh my god, I had such a crush on Gina Davis.
Fuck off. Come on. Oh man, that was brutal. Just nail that guy to the ground.
It's just weird that, like, having a character that like a straight white male doesn't automatically connect with automatically means it's like SJW bullshit.
See, I think that's just I think it's always, or not always, but I think that there have been a lot of things that are like that that have been discounted by both sides of the dumb culture war argument. But I've had issues with some. Oh Jesus!
You know what I have problems with in comic books particularly was they did a whole. There was like a series of books where they had a lot of female superheroes.
Yeah.
Marvel had Thor was a woman,
Right.
and they
Like
were
Squirrel
like
Girl
they were
and Ms.
promoting.
Marvel
Yeah, they were
and-
promoting Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel and
Shit.
whatever.
Oh, what? What's that?
What just happened?
What?
What?
Did I do that? Did I do that?
Was that a failure? Or was that? Oh, were we trying to find him?
Oh, I guess I killed him. I guess that was. I shot him and he went out the window. Right on, I suppose. Oh fuck! God, get behind. Can you get
Or were
behind
you
here?
supposed to I don't know, jump out the window to escape?
Oh, okay. Wait, which one is the?
Land on the truck, that pink one right
Oh,
there.
no,
Nope.
that hit up the.
Oh my God, Jeff.
Parachute button.
I hate you so much for not being able to parachute. I forgot what we were talking
What were you
about.
saying?
I don't remember. I don't know, but I always found characters like that were relatable to me beyond, you know.
I've never had a problem relating to a character. I mean, like, right, like, I don't exactly relate with every character on. Oh shit! Which one was this? Which one was it? Which one was it? Okay, on like, you know, I can't relate to every character on The Wire on a personal level, but I can still see a character that has, you know, traits that has you're the rogue, you're the, you know, the whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're the plucky freedom fighter, or the grizzled detective, you know, and I can still empathize with those characters even though I'm not a grizzled detective or a plucky rebel. So
Yeah, go figure.
I don't know. Anyway, you know what? That's enough for this week. Get your questions in.
Yeah.
Super Seducer 2 next week. We're going from gay Tony to straight dick.
Straight dick.
As promised.
As the prophecies foretold.
That's right. And we will be back in 2 weeks with more Gay Tony. So join us then. Bye.